Morning guys, it's Nick here with Couch Potato Fight. It's just a quick video regarding the Tommy Fury fight from last night, okay? So I got up this morning. I actually thought the fight was tonight. I obviously would have watched Wood versus Kakachi, but I knew that was on tonight, so I would have watched it at some point this weekend. Anyway, Tommy Fury defeats Kenan Haljic. It was a 6-round fight, cruiserweight bout in Hungary. So Tommy Fury weighed in at 207 pounds. He was fighting someone with... He's a pro boxer with a record of 5-1 with 4 knockouts. So a genuine pro boxer, as is Tommy Fury, to be fair. You know, whatever your opinion on him is, there's levels. And he was actually a good fight. I enjoyed it. I've got no issue with Tommy Fury. I don't know him personally. Like I say, with anyone I comment on, if I've not met them personally, there's only so much you can say, isn't there? You could meet the person in your local Greggs or whatever, and they might be great. You could see them online, they might be a huge twat. It's one of those. Same with me, you know, we all have our good and bad days. So yeah, nothing against Tommy Fury. I'm interested in his career. I will follow his career. He's had a couple of really disappointing fights. The Jake Paul fight I didn't really enjoy. The KSI fight I really didn't enjoy either. And I think he's on the point in his career now where he wants to be taken seriously again. But when he was fighting, again before this, he was fighting Daniel Bachansky, Anthony Taylor, Jordan Grant, Scott Williams. So he was fighting people that were boxers, not necessarily YouTubers. So I think he's on the path now where I want to get some fights that are legit. He's dealt with Kenan Haljic. It was quite an enjoyable fight. Tommy Fury actually looked quite relaxed. He didn't look like there was any pressure on his shoulders, and I guess there isn't. Again, business-wise, he's set. But he obviously loves fighting. He trains a lot. You see footage of a lot of the gym fighting training. I saw a thing with Tom Aspinall that he did recently. So I think he loves boxing genuinely. He probably doesn't need to do it. And he's got his fitness stuff going on. I think he's got something going on in Hungary. He also has an agreement with a fitness company that maybe brought a brand of supplements with his name on, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, things I noticed, he was quite relaxed, he was quite loose, he was jabbing to the body quite a bit, so he wasn't necessarily going in to knock the guy out quickly. I think he knew because it was a 6-round fight, he could preserve his energy and then use his energy accordingly over the 6 rounds. He seemed quite relaxed and loose. There was a low blow at one point, which pissed his opponent off. I'm sure I saw a headbutt at one point from Kenan Haljic. So it was a bit spicy at points, but nothing crazy. It did get scrappier. The last couple of rounds, maybe there was a bit more clinching and holding. I don't know if that was because they were getting tired. Again, that's obviously something he'll watch back and he'll work on that if he was getting tired at that point in a fight. Maybe that's something to work on for his next fight, because like I say, it was 6 rounds. Maybe the occasion got to him, although I doubt it. He seemed quite relaxed. Anyway, Tommy Fury wins. His brother Roman Fury, I've not watched that yet, but by the sounds of it, from some of the fallout from the Tommy Fury fight, it looks like Roman scored a KO. So when I can find that, I'll watch that and possibly comment on that on a video. But yeah, Tommy Fury, to be honest, like, I'm happy to follow his career. If I'm going to do this, I need to follow everyone, not just fighters that I like or dislike or neutral with or whatever. I don't mind the guy. I've probably mentioned it before, but he did a podcast with Men's Health recently, and he opened up about his alcoholism and how that's destroyed his relationship with his missus. And I totally respected that, because him and also his dad, John, which will be a separate video that I'm going to do today. I'm going to respond to a John Fury interview I saw yesterday. But his dad also said it was his fault. You know, he pretty much realises that the podcast that I listened to, he was very frank about it. He drank too much. He sort of fucked his relationship with his missus. Obviously, I enjoy a drink. A lot of people do. But I'm lucky in the sense that in the past where I've realised I've been drinking too much, I've been able to pull away from it at the fear of becoming addicted or relying on it too much. Although everyone has the poisons, he totally admitted that he did. And even someone like him, that you look at him and you don't think he'd even touch drink, because his physique, he's got a ridiculous physique. For playing to him, he trains very hard for it. But for someone like him to come out and say, I did this, I was wrong, I've messed up my relationship, I find I've got a lot of time for that. Same with Eddie Hall the other day when the situation happened and he did apologise for aspects of it. I think it's good to do that. I'm sure there'll be a point, maybe, and it'll go viral when Conor McGregor does it, but you never know. There may be a point where Conor McGregor sits down with someone and says, I've got some stuff to admit, I've got some stuff to apologise for, and I've got some stuff that I just need to let you guys know that I was going through. Hopefully it's genuine and not just a marketing thing, but I respected that he did that, and he did the men's health. It's a really good podcast, actually. I think it's men's health, men's fitness. Chris Eubank Jr. was on there recently as well, so it's worth listening to. So yeah, in summary, there's not loads to say really. It was a good fight. I enjoyed it, although it wasn't a barnstorm. performer. He did 6 rounds, cruiserweight. He looked good. Because of the clinching and because there was a bit more hugging, I guess, which he was guilty of in the KSI fight, in a huge way they both were. It takes 2 to tango after all. Maybe he was getting a bit tired, but he definitely did enough to win. There was no... He took a huge right hand at one point. I think that was in the 4th or 5th maybe. And maybe he had that in his mind because he was a bit more tentative the last couple of rounds maybe. But he clearly won the fight. So fair play to Tommy Fury for winning the fight. Tommy Fury improves to... What's he on now? 10-0. Okay, so 10-0, he's unbeaten. He's got 4 knockouts, so the knockout power is there. Although he's not obviously not like one of the power punching guys that you know are more than likely going to knock someone out. KSI, yep. Olajide William, Olajutunde, Jake Paul, yeah. So let's see what his next fight is. If you have any ideas for his next fight, let me know. I would have thought it'd maybe be a rematch of Jake Paul, depending on what happens with him and his next opponent. But I think if Jake Paul handles his next opponent, which of course is Cesar Chavez Jr., yeah, Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., I don't think he'll then fight Tommy Fury because that would probably be a step back maybe. Again, I know money talks, so if the money's right, there will be a fight. Didn't mean to rhyme that, but it sounded alright. Yeah, so we'll see where he goes from there. Mike Perry? What's Mike Perry up to? It would be potentially good. I mean, Nate Diaz? I don't know. Would these guys fight Tommy Fury at this point? I don't know. But then he might want to fight legit boxers. He might want to have another fight like he's just had with someone with like a 7-0 record, 8-0 record, 9-1, 8-1, something like that. Something nearer to Tommy's. Anyway, we'll leave it there. Thanks for watching. Like I said, this is one of 2 videos I'm going to upload today. I'm going to try and keep them consistent. And like I say, I prepare and make bullet points for them, but I also want them to have a conversational approach. But yeah, hope you enjoy the rest of your day. I had a good, pretty cool morning. We went for a walk in the woods, which is nice. Went to Mackey's and got a McMuffin, whatever. Like I said, the clue's in the name, couch potato fights. I don't live like a monk or anything. I did 8 2-minute rounds of boxing in the garden. I was going to go to the gym, but I'm actually aching from work. I'm aching quite a bit there and my knee as well. So I could get away with it when I was younger, but I can't really get away with ignoring aches and going to the gym regardless these days. So you've got to be more sensible about it, I guess, which is boring, but it's better to be sensible and avoid a long-term injury rather than just go in thinking, fuck it, I'll go to the gym anyway, and then sort of limping out or something. But yeah, hope you enjoy the rest of the day. Look out for me with a video that's coming. Hopefully this one will be online at 3, and then there'll be one online at 6 o'clock this evening. So yeah, thanks for the support and thanks for watching as always. Couch potato fights. And we've got Lee Wood, Anthony Kakachi tonight as well, so I'm definitely going to do something on that. So yeah, enjoy the rest of your day. Peace out.